Pattaya, Thailand is a heavily trafficked tourist destination, drawing millions of international visitors every year to its crowded beaches and bustling nightlife. But away from the dense crowds of the shoreline, the millions of private hotel rooms scattered across the city offer a distinct kind of isolation. Recently, chaotic security footage from a quiet, dimly lit hotel corridor surfaced online, throwing one of those isolated rooms straight into the public spotlight. The video shows a 25-year-old transgender woman stumbling out of her room, clearly in a state of extreme panic. She is visibly covered in blood, desperately trying to locate her friends nearby to get immediate help. Authorities and the public can clearly see the horrific aftermath of the attack on tape. What they cannot see is the trigger. The entire sequence of events that produced this violence happened behind a closed door. Security cameras usually only capture the endpoint of an incident. To figure out how a hotel stay escalated so rapidly into bloodshed, investigators have to work backward from the physical injuries. In this case, the confrontation involved two specific people, the 25-year-old victim and a 22-year-old Chinese tourist who was renting the room. According to initial reports, the dispute began the moment the tourist discovered the victim's biological sex. What started as a tense verbal argument inside the hotel room instantly escalated into a violent physical assault. The 22-year-old attacker grabbed a piece of broken glass and used it as an improvised weapon. We can map the intensity of the attack strictly by looking at the medical report. The victim sustained deep, severe lacerations across her face, her defensive hands, and her legs. The widespread nature of these gashes required more than 30 stitches to fully close. Bleeding heavily, she managed to break away, forcing herself out of the room and down the hall to find her companions. But her urgent need to prioritize medical care gave the attacker a crucial head start. He used that narrow window of chaos to immediately enact an escape plan. In transient environments like tourist resorts, attackers rely on the victim's immediate need for emergency triage. That medical delay allows the perpetrator to slip away undetected. With the victim headed to the hospital, we can trace the 22-year-old suspect's movements immediately following his departure from the room. Instead of staying in the city to face local Thai police, he bypassed authorities entirely and headed straight for an international transit hub. Official immigration records show that he managed to clear security and board a flight within mere hours of the assault. His outbound flight took him directly out of the country, landing him securely in Chongqing, China. That single flight creates what law enforcement refers to as a jurisdictional standstill. In a fraction of a day, the suspect moved from a localized incident in Pattaya entirely out of Southeast Asia. By crossing that international border, he stalled the investigation. Thai authorities do not have jurisdiction to cross into another sovereign nation for an arrest. Local police in Thailand are still actively working the case, but navigating the dense diplomatic procedures required for international extradition on a sudden assault is incredibly complex, making it unlikely in the short term. The speed of modern international travel inadvertently creates a logistical loophole. It gives perpetrators the ability to physically outrun a local police force, leaving victims to deal with the medical aftermath while the legal system stalls at the border.